Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, November 21st, 2024. This is John Frenet, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. This morning, I'm sending good vibes up to the kiddo in the, quote, New York studios this morning. Her dentist is yanking out all of her wisdom in a few hours. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? Bethesda's Westbrook Elementary has been named the top public elementary school in Maryland by U.S. News & World Report. The 2025 rankings, based on the U.S. Department of Education data, evaluated K through 6 schools on state assessments in math and reading language arts, considering student backgrounds and achievements. Montgomery County schools dominated the top 10 with 6 entries, including 5 from Bethesda. Anne Arundel County did get one in the top 10. Any guesses? Benfield Elementary in Severna Park made the cut. U.S. News & World Report says that the rankings aim to inform parents about school performance in delivering quality education and preparing students for future successes. The YWCA of Annapolis and Anne Arundel County, in partnership with TurnAround Inc, has launched Maryland's first residential program for trafficked youth. This initiative addresses a critical gap in services for minors escaping sex trafficking, providing a safe space and trauma-informed care. Prior to this program, Maryland had only 11 crisis beds for trafficked youth, often unavailable due to competing needs. In 2022, the YWCA initiated a $4 million capital campaign to fund the construction of a state-of-the-art facility. The collaboration combines TurnAround's residential and programming expertise with the YWCA's clinical care, offering comprehensive support to 8 youth residents. YWCA CEO Molly Knipe expressed pride in the accomplishment, saying, "The two organizations saw the immense need and filled a critical gap for youth escaping unspeakable situations." Navy Athletics has unveiled its 2024 football uniforms for the upcoming Army-Navy game, paying tribute to the esteemed Jolly Rogers Aviation Unit. The design features a dark navy cowl on the jersey mirroring the squadron's aircraft tail design and includes the iconic skull and crossbones insignia. Additional elements such as collar striping and uniform numbers draw inspiration from the Jolly Rogers' storied history, symbolizing their legacy in naval aviation. The 125th Army-Navy game is scheduled for December 14th at Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland, and we will be bringing you all of the action from the field and the booth. Well, the holidays are no longer sneaking up on us. They are here. Let me remind you about Chef Big Money's pies. Whether you are craving classic apple, pecan, pumpkin, sweet potato, or my personal favorite, cherry, these pies are a slice of heaven. You can catch Chef Big Money at the Riva Road Farmers Market on Saturday mornings, or if you're avoiding the crowds, just text him or find him on Facebook. You can search for Chef Big Money. I have already ordered my cherry and pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving, and you should too. Podcast stuff. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we're chatting with the Anne Arundel County Literacy Council, who is doing absolutely great things to help our adults get a leg up. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the Daily News Recap email that goes out at 7 p.m. 366 days this year. It is free, and it's paywall free. And I've got a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up if you're not already. And please, feel free to share it with your friends, family, and colleagues as well. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and our friends Mac Medics up in Severna Park. All right, so now you just need to sit back because we have weather from DCMDVA Weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that's coming up, so hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, November 21st. Much cooler today across the Annapolis region, and it'll be outright cold and raw tomorrow ahead of better conditions over the weekend into early next week. Look for mixed skies today with highs in the low to mid-50s with breezy west winds gusting over 20 or 25 miles per hour at times out of the west, with temperatures down into the 30s tomorrow morning, with rain then likely and possibly even some wet snowflakes as an upper-level low-pressure center brings down colder air across the region with highs only in the low to mid-40s on Friday as winds remain breezy out of the west. As for the weekend, sunshine will return both Saturday and Sunday with highs in the mid to upper 50s Saturday and upper 50s to maybe lower 60s Sunday, with upper 50s to lower even mid-60s both Monday and Tuesday, though conditions should turn cooler Wednesday and Thursday with some uncertainty still about a potential late week storm that could bring maybe some active weather to the region Thanksgiving Thursday and or Friday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Lights on the Bay officially starts on Sunday, but as with every year, they really kick off with the walking version tomorrow and Saturday with lights and leashes, where you can walk through the light displays, with or without a dog, but expect dozens of canines. Over at Quiet Waters Park, check out their holiday artisan market, running now through January 5th, with clothing, household items, wood items, fused glass, and lots more. At Chesapeake Light Craft in Annapolis, there's no boat building classes right now, but they have a few Saturday seminars coming up soon, including one in January that's Introduction to Marine Epoxy, and one in February with Learn the Essentials of Painting and Varnishing. At Wolf on the Wharf in Edgewater, on Saturday, check out Paint for Paws with the Chesapeake Area Alaskan Malamute Protection Society. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, Sunday they have an Advanced Knitting Techniques with Texture Diversity class, and registration is open for their Crochet Snowflakes with Bling, Create a Crochet Blizzard, Comprehensive Learn to Crochet, as well as their Saturday Skills Session, Reading and Creating Crochet Charts classes. At the Willow Oak Flower and Herb Farm in Severn, Tuesday they have a Thanksgiving Table Centerpiece workshop. Over at Art Farm, tonight there's the Art of Arting with Kate, exploring the creative process and discovering your own process and what things we want to explore. On Saturday, there's beginner bookmaking for adults, and then on Sunday, there's an intermediate bookmaking for adults. Also on Sunday, they have a Gothic terrarium class, and then on Monday, they have a Thanksgiving centerpiece workshop as well. And registration is open for more adult workshops, including more sketch nights, block printing, Turkish marbling, eco printing, and more. As for their kids' art camps, They're taking Thanksgiving week off, but there's some final classes coming up in December. And then registration is open for their winter semester starting in January, with lots more kids' art schools and classes involving comic books, mixed media, podcasting, and more. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, on Saturday, Bush Annapolis has a perler bead picture frames for teens, Brooklyn Park has Sit and Stitch, Deal has a drop-in family Lego build and play challenge, and Odenton has upcycled textiles with button-up shirts. On Monday, Bush Annapolis has Craft and Game Bazaar, Brooklyn Park has an adult crafternoon, and Crofton has the Crofton Houseplant Club. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art, and Severn has a movie and craft night. And then on Wednesday, Eastport Annapolis Neck has their Fall Crafter Day. And over at Annapolis Makerspace, on Tuesday, come by and check out our monthly open house for anyone who wants to check out the shop. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.